So the social networks and the social media tools like Facebook and LinkedIn, are those effective tools for artists to use?
Absolutely. No one tool is going to do it all for you, and that's a key to marketing. And we used to say you have to have a lot of touch points, meaning that there have to be a lot of different ways that you connect with people, and not everybody is going to connect with you on Facebook or LinkedIn. So maybe they are people you can email or blog, or you may, if you can afford it, you may even want to do some mailings and things like that. But the social networks are a great way to get a message out to a lot of people with little effort. So I think it's a good way, and you connect to your friends and ask them to have their friends connect to you. You can buy ads on Facebook and really grow your friends or the people who are connected to you on Facebook. So it's a great opportunity to communicate with people and dialogue with them on an ongoing basis.
So I know on Facebook there are professional pages where you can gather fans and people can like your professional images. And then there's also the personal profiles. So what is the difference, and how would you use those as an artist to best effect?
They're basically the same thing. I think what it is that you would put different information on there. If you have an artist's page, you really want to just talk about your art and where you're showing and all your new pieces and the different things that you're doing. On a personal page, I mean, oftentimes people put family photos up, they talk about their vacations, or it's more personal information. You can combine them. It depends on who your audience is. If you want to get, if you want your audience to be more intimate with you, you can give them all that personal information. But if you just want to talk about your art, I think it's best to probably have an artist page and have that specifically for people who are interested in you on a professional basis.
Yes. And now LinkedIn is more of a business-oriented social network. And what I particularly like about LinkedIn is there are group discussions that are by topic. And there are many group discussions about artists and art marketing that I follow. And it's very interesting to learn what other people are doing across the nation. So do you participate in LinkedIn?
Yeah, we do have a LinkedIn group for Silicon Valley Open Studios. And I think, again, the great thing about these tools is that they're dialogues. In the past, advertising and marketing was one-way communication. You talk to somebody through television, radio, print, but it was you talking to them and you didn't hear what they had to say back. So the good thing about this new communication is that it's a dialogue, and you're having a conversation and you're getting feedback and you're going back and forth, and that can, because marketing is an evolution. I always say that it's a process, not an event. People will often do one marketing tactic and say, okay, I didn't get all my customers, So
Yes.
you really have to say that it's an ongoing thing, and it's
Right.
something that you do constantly. And the more you do, the more rewards you get. We often, have said in the business that you have to touch people 5 times before they even recognize you or even
Really?
notice that you're there.
Wow.
And in some cases, they'll see an ad, or they'll see a blog, or they'll see something, and maybe the 3rd or 4th time they'll go, oh, that looks familiar, and then they may read it. But oftentimes, they don't see it the first time. So you really, you have to be semi-dedicated to this process, and you have to communicate without bombarding people with too much information. So it's really delicate sometimes in doing that, but it's an important tool for artists, I think, because obviously people can't buy your art if they don't know about it and can't see it.
So what about following up after Silicon Valley Open Studios? How often would you do that, or how would you go about following up with the people who visited you?
I think that if you communicate with people on a monthly basis, that's not too much. My feeling is that make it make it relevant, make it resonate with them. You know, don't just kind of babble. If you're just going to send, you know, non-essential information all the time to people, they're going to stop listening,
Right.
or they're going to, you know, delete your emails. So I think that what you really need to do is make sure that you're relevant, and
Right.
you know, if you can, you know, find out what people are interested in, and you know, if somebody comes to your open studio and said, "Oh, I really loved your cactus painting," you know, then, you know, the next time you do a painting similar, or you think they'd be interested in that, you know, maybe you send a personal email to them saying, you know, "I'd love for you to see this. I've attached a picture of,
Yes.
of my newest painting, and, you know, if you'd like to set up a time to come see it, or it's at this gallery." But, you know, try to make it personal and relevant.
Yes, excellent. So, what do you see in the future for computers and the internet and in the world of art marketing? Where do you think it's going?
If I had that answer, I'd probably be making a lot of money right now. I don't know. You know, I mean, I really couldn't have predicted where we are now, so I can't tell you what's coming. But I think that the most important thing is to be open. You know,
Yes.
whether it's in mediums for your art, or in different ways of doing your art, or whether it's in marketing. You know, look at the new tools around you, be open to what's out there, and give it a try, you know.
Excellent. Yes. Well, thank you so much for coming to our show, the Talk Art, and it's been really a pleasure talking to you about your own art and about all the wonderful marketing ideas that you have to share with us.
Thank you. Thank you. I've enjoyed it.
You're welcome. And thank you for watching our show, Talk Art, and I'm Sally Rayn.
Okay.